name is Nathaniel Brown. We're doing the language of anatomy video assignment. Logan here is going to help me out. He insisted on helping me with my homework, so we're going to start off. It's a three-part video assignment. The first is the body region, second is the directional terms, and third is the abdominal pelvic region. So Logan's going to help me out with all three. We're going to start out with the terminology of the body regions. We're going to start off with the hallux, which is the big toe, right here. The big toe, and then we're going to axillary. We're going to raise our arm, and it's the armpit here. The buccal, which is the cheek, and then we're going to go to the pollex, which is the thumb, right, buddy? And then we're going to go to the patellar, which is the kneecap. All right, right here. And then we've got the oral, which is the mouth, here in our mouth, and then we've got the mental, which is the chin. And then we've got the brachial, which is the arm from the shoulder to the elbow. Right? The brachial, buddy. The anterior brachial, which is the wrist to the elbow. And then we've got the crural, which is the front of the lower leg or the shin. The umbilical or belly button is right here in the middle. Okay. Then we've got the femoral, which is the thigh. Then we've got the calcaneal, which is the heel of our foot. We forgot the cervical, which is the calf, the meaty portion of the back of our leg. The popliteal will go a little further behind the knee, right? And then we've got the olecranon, which is the back of the elbow. Okay. And then we got the acromial, which is the shoulder. The arm meets the shoulder. And the occipital, which is, turn on, buddy, I swear I didn't need you. Back here, the back of the skull. We're going to go to the directional terms now. We've already done we're going to move on to part number 2, which is the directional terms. We've already done part number 1, which is the body regions anatomical terminology. We'll start off with the head is superior to the sternum, so it's above. And the olecranon is distal to the acronym, which is the back of the elbow to the shoulder. It's away from the trunk. And then the axilla is proximal to the brachial, which means that the armpit is closer to the trunk than the brachium, which is the top of the arm. And we've got the nose is medial to the eyes. The nose is closer to the midline than the eyes are. So, and then we've got the elbow is proximal to the carpus, so it's closer up. So here's the carpals, his wrist, to his elbow, so it's closer to the trunk. We've got also the sternum's anterior to the vertebrae, vertebral column, so it's forward to the front in the vertebral column. The umbilicus is inferior to the sternum, so umbilicus and sternum, it's below the sternum, away from the hood. And we've got the patella is proximal to the tarsus, so it's got his knee is above his ankle, the tarsus to the patella. And then we've got the ears are lateral to the nose. So the ears are away from the midline to the nose. So this is part number 2, the directional terms, and we'll be moving on to part number 3, the abdominal pelvic regions. Logan will be helping us out on those as well. Logan's in there with the 9 abdominal regions. We're going to start on the right and go to the left as if we were reading, and then top to bottom. We're going to start with the right hypochondriac region, where the liver and gallbladder are located, and then to the epigastrium region, where the stomach and spleen are located, and then to the right to the left hypochondriac region, where the spleen and pancreas are located. We're going to drop down here to the middle to the right lumbar region, where the gallbladder and right colon are located. Right here in the middle, where the belly button is the umbilical region, where the ilium and digyudum is. Moving on to the right, where the left lumbar region is, where the left kidney and descending colon are located. We drop down here to the bottom right, where is the right iliac region, where the appendix and cilium are located. And then right below the belly button is the hypogastrium region, where the urinary bladder and female reproductive organs are. And then to the right is the left iliac region, where the descending colon and sigmoid sigmoid colon are located. This is the 9 regions. Normally it's divided into 4, but a little more specific into the 9.